Hi, everybody. This is Mary. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the concept and the practice of Tantric Yab Yum. Yab Yum is a symbolic representation of the union between a male deity, which is Yab, and a female deity, which is Yum. The term itself originates from Tibet, where the word Yab represents the masculine aspect, often referred to as the father, associated with compassion. And Yam represents the divine feminine, embodied in the role of the mother, which is often associated with wisdom. In artistic depictions, like you see here, Yab Yum is represented by a male deity in a seated position, often portrayed as a peaceful and enlightened Buddha or another type of deity. And the female deity, often represented as the goddess Tara, is sitting in his lap embracing him. In Tantric Buddhism, or in any other practice, but it originates with um, Tantric Buddhism. Practicing Yab Yum symbolizes and facilitates the mystical union of wisdom, again, the divine mother, the feminine, and compassion, which again is masculine, and the father. And this yoke, if you will, this union is created in order to achieve enlightenment, in order to overcome duality, and to transform energies into spiritual awakening. The practice embodies deep connection, mindfulness, and the balancing of inner masculine and feminine energies for profound personal and relationship growth. The practice and posture, as you see here, are often thought of as being a sexual practice and even used that way. Now, it can be a prelude. Yab Yum can be a prelude to a sexual encounter, or can enhance the sexual aspect of a relationship. But its main purpose, the main purpose of Yab Yum, is to achieve spiritual realization as an individual and as a union with your partner. When we are speaking of Yab Yum in relation to a romantic relationship, the practice enhances the usual. Think about this when you come home and your spouse is there. Oh, how was your day, honey? All right, how was your day? And you kind of fall into this rut about how your day went, to the point where you don't even want to hear each other anymore, or you come home complaining, or they're complaining. Anyway, what this does, instead of getting caught in that rut or a cycle you can't break, whether your day is good or bad, you come home and instead you ground yourself and you go into Yab Yum. So you come in, your partner is there, quietly go into Yab Yum, no matter what happened in your day. Now, in a moment, I'll bring you through the steps of this practice, which is meant to cultivate deep connection. It's meant to control sexual energy, and it's meant to achieve spiritual balance between two people. The ideas of male and female, masculine and feminine, subject and object, and opposites dissolve, and the two become one. Integration of wisdom, which is feminine, and compassion, which is masculine, is an essential step toward enlightenment. Physical association is a symbol of converting worldly desires into spiritual awakening. So let me actually before I show you the practice, I do want to go through what masculine and feminine mean. When we think of masculine, we think of male, but the thing is, all of us, whether we're male or female, we all have masculine and feminine qualities to us. And we're trying to balance those qualities within ourselves and within our relationship. So, other masculine and feminine energies that are fused during Yab Yum are the male qualities of action, strength, and kind association with the feminine qualities of receptivity, insight, and bliss. And this is where those qualities become fused into one spiritual awakening in yourself and with your partner. Now, here's how to practice Yab Yum, and you can see this couple doing it here. So, you're going to find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You can use as many blankets, pillows, or other props as you'd like. Now, one partner, usually the male, but it doesn't have to be this way. Your partner will sit cross-legged as the base of the Yab Yum, and the other partner gently sits on their lap facing them. Now you go into an embrace. The partner on top wraps their legs around the waist of the partner below, and their foreheads may touch for a deeper connection. And you can see that happening here. Now, once you're here, you want to practice synchronizing your breath. So, first, you're going to inhale together and exhale together. And you can do it by a count, like 4 inhales to 4 exhales, just something simple to begin with. Inhaling and exhaling together and allowing your breath to flow between you. And then once you get that rhythm going, as one partner exhales, the other will inhale. And then that will create another different, but just as gentle rhythm. And take your time practicing this. Use lightheartedness, use humor, and use acceptance. Now, once you got that sync going between the breath, there's other things you can be doing if you choose to. So you can do some eye gazing. Some couples really like that. Others are not so comfortable with it, so you don't have to do that. But you can incorporate slow rocking motions. You can kind of gently though, rock back as you receive breath and rock forward as you exhale. And this will not only synchronize your breath, it will synchronize your nervous systems. You can caress each other gently, like maybe in this photo, she's, kind of playing with his hair and he's kind of rubbing her back, perhaps. Okay. You can rub your partner's chest, their arms. You can play with their hair. And if you giggle a little bit, that's fine. If it feels awkward at first, that's fine. That's fine. You're just kind of dropping in with each other and grounding and connecting before you say any words. And remember the focus, okay? The goal isn't sexual arousal, even though that can happen. But the goal is attunement, it's presence, and it's feeling your person, your other person fully, fostering trust and belonging. Now, again, Yab Yum may be a prelude to sex, or it can be incorporated in the sexual union. But remember that this is about spiritual balance and enlightenment. So try that with your partner. If you don't have a romantic partner, you can do this with your best friend, and it could be a non-sexual thing. You could do this with somebody with whom you have another type of intimate relationship with. But I think it's really good when you do have a relationship that's romantic and sexual in nature. And this doesn't even have to lead to sex, but it's a way of connecting and fusing whatever it is that you bring to the table with whatever your partner brings to the table and just making it one giant, you know, cosmic wow, if you will. And I think we all need something like this um, in this day and age. So, thank you for tuning in, and I wish you a peaceful, blessed day.